Okay, this is a dashboard of our property management software. In here, we have the total property, our total unit, our total invoice, total expense, our income versus our expense. Now, our first section we have here is the staff management section. In here, we have our users, we have our roles, we have our logged history. Now, the user section helps us create users for our software. Now, these users are users who are going to be using the software. The roles section helps us create specific roles for these users. Now, defaultly, we have roles like the maintainer role, the manager role, the tenant. We can also add other roles to the system. Now, we can assign permissions to these roles. So, for instance, we can assign permissions for the tenants to view properties in the system, to manage invoices, to create maintenance requests, and others. The logged history helps us view users or tenants who have logged in our system. The next section we have is the tenants section. In here, we have records of all tenants who have rented our properties. So in here, as we can see, we have Ikea BBA, we have Amponopoku, all as tenants. Now, to add a tenant to the system, all we need to do is to click on the create tenant, provide the personal details of this tenant, like the first name, the email, the phone number, the family size of the person, the property this person or tenant is renting, provide the start date and the end date. So after we've provided all this information, we click on the create to add the tenants to the system. The next section we have is the maintenance section. Now in here we have records of all maintenance or service providers, as this group of people are going to help us in the upkeeping of our properties. So in here we have a maintainer as Kweku Ewe here. We can also create a maintainer by clicking on the create maintainer, provide the first name, the last name, the email, the property we are assigning this maintainer to. So we could assign the maintainer to Estevia Homes or AOE Homes. After we've provided all this information, you can click on create to create a maintainer to the system. The next section we have is the real estate. In here, we have a list of all managed properties such as apartments and houses. So as we can see, the list of properties we have in the system. The next is the unit section. In here, we have the total number of units we have in the system. So as we can see, we have unit A, we have block A, we have block B as our units. In here, we can see the rent type, our rent amount, the rent duration, the properties, and the tenants who are renting these units or properties. The next section is the maintenance section. The maintenance section is a system for tracking all maintenance requests from our tenants. Now, the next section we have is the finance section. This model helps us track property related financial transactions such as invoice for rent, collection, and expenses. So in here we have the invoice for our expenses here. The next is the contact section. This model helps us create contacts of tenants, landlords, vendors, and etc. as this ensures effective communication and record keeping. The last we have on our list here is the note section. This helps us keep important property related notes such as documents, tenant agreements, maintenance issues, and reminders.